So a few things before I start. First of all, lighting is obviously not optimal for recording right now, but I'm mostly going to be in the corner of this video anyway, except for like the beginning here and the end. Anyway, also thank you very much for 200 subscribers. I will have a special video coming out for that soon, but this video was of more priority than that one because this one has been in the works for quite a while. Whitefur MCGUIRE, this is a collab, by the way, if you didn't read the title. This is a collab between me, Stromboli dude, who is my real life friend, and Whitefur MCGUIRE, who has been kind of like a I don't want to say member, but like a long-time subscriber, I guess, and mutual channel supporter, I guess. But yeah, this is a collab between the three of us. This is my first ever, like, I guess like real collab on YouTube. But yeah, so this has been in the works for quite a while. Whitefur did her part, and then I took a very long time to do mine because there was some stuff going on in my personal life, and that I don't want to get into that. But and then after I took forever, Alex, Stromboli dude, just got his done as quickly as possible, and it was said that I would put the finished product on my channel. So very honored to be the one to put this on here. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into the recording. So the idea for this collab was that each of us would kind of contribute to one specific part of a art piece. So we decided that it would be a combination between my avatar, or like I guess main channel mascot or something, Whitefur's, and Alex's, and that would be like a combination of the three characters, and we would each contribute a portion of, or to a portion of the actual design. So the first one that was done was Whitefur did her portion, which was the basic sketching, and I really think she did a fantastic job combining the three characters, because obviously me and Alex, we have like human like human mascots, I guess. I keep losing my words, I apologize, but Whitefur is obviously a wolf, and she did something that I myself probably would never have thought of, which is make the character actually half wolf. And I really think that's a cool idea, because it's almost like a centaur or something, and but just like wolf instead. I don't know. And with two legs, it's not really a centaur, but it's like half wolf, and I really think that's a cool idea, because I personally probably would have never thought of that. And so she obviously gave it like a feather from her wolf design, Whitefur, wolf tail, and then a jacket, which, yeah, now we're getting into my part, and I was responsible with the line art and color, base color, and so I basically just traced over the entire thing, and then so I noticed the jacket, and so Alex's design, or Alex's mascot, has a hoodie, I think, and so I decided to make that the jacket gray and the undershirt green, because Matchstick, my mascot, has a green shirt, and Alex's has a gray jacket. And so I kind of combine those, and you'll see that when we get into the color. And then obviously the wolf fur is white, and then there is like a cape, which I think goes with Whitefur's wolf design, because mostly her wolf is portrayed wearing like kind of like a cloak or something that has like a like it's a blue cloak, and you can kind of see, if you know what our three avatars look like, you can kind of see what which things she got from different the different characters. So obviously there's the jacket, which is which also has Stromboli Dude written on the sleeves, and that is for Stromboli Dude, obviously. And there is a little pin on the jacket right here that says AaronDoesArt. And then one eye is white, which Alex's character has white eyes, no pupils, obviously. And then the other eye is normal, and I did the orange iris for that because I don't know, Matchstick has orange irises. And then there's like a little bit of fur tuft right here that I assume goes with that I assumed went with Whitefur. There was a lot of creative liberty that needed to be taken in terms of doing the color, because I do not have the most big brain, and I can't really decide. I couldn't really decide where what colors some of these needed to be. I knew that I wanted like the shirt to be green, the jacket to be gray, and then the fur to be white. And I knew the design kind of that Whitefur put on her little feather, and then it took me a little bit. I think I paused for a while there. I had to go and check Whitefur's actual like character design for her wolf to make sure I got the colors right, for like the feather in the hair, and then the little cape. I wanted to make sure I got the right kind of blue cape, and then the right pattern or whatever on the feather. And I decided to make the character wearing jeans. I'm not sure, Matchstick doesn't wear jeans, and I don't remember if Stromboli Dude wears jeans. I have a feeling they were meant to be sweatpants, and Whitefur, I apologize if you did intend them to be sweatpants, but jeans looks kind of okay. And you may have noticed there that I just colored the entire background gray, and that was not, that was because I needed to see, obviously I was going to be coloring parts of it, excuse me, I was going to be coloring parts of it white, and I needed to be able to see where I was coloring, where like the, make sure I was staying in the lines, I guess, because obviously the Whitefur and the little white patterns on the feather, sorry, that was going to be difficult to see with an entirely white background. I think you understand. And I think my part probably took the longest. I know my time lapse was like 43, or my like unsped up time lapse was 43 minutes long, and Alex and Whitefur took the liberty of already speeding theirs up, and that was very nice of them, and I didn't want to mess that up. So I think my part's like way longer than theirs, which is not like a vanity thing at all. It just happened to be that way because they had already sped theirs up, and slowing it down any would make it look a lot worse and choppy and stuff. But and also, I forgot to mention this entirely, Whitefur also put a massive blue flame, or I colored it blue, but she put a giant flame in the coming from the tail, which is just a great idea because it Matchstick has fire powers, and utilizing a tail in a firefight would be pretty. I feel like that'd be a pretty good idea. But we just cut into Alex's portion, and Alex actually, I wasn't expecting him to do this, but Alex actually took the time to make an entire background for it, and he actually had, he texted me about it a couple of times. He actually had a lot of recording issues. The recording kept deleting and stuff, and that's happened to me a couple of times on this channel. Yeah, he had to, so sometimes he had to go back and like redo parts of it, which I've had to do occasionally, but it was really cool that he actually did the background, and he did a really good job here, with like mountains and a tree in the foreground, and then the sun. The sun looks really good in my opinion, and then he kind of placed the kind of placed the character in there after he had finished the whole thing, which looks great. The grass looks really great. The tree looks really great, and Whitefur and Alex both did a fantastic job with their overall like designs. Obviously, my part wasn't really didn't really require the most creativeness out of the three, but because I was just kind of like coloring in the lines and stuff, and just kind of choosing a color to put on different parts. But Whitefur actually had to come up with a character design, and Alex had to kind of like create a background, and then do the shading, which you got to figure out where your light source is coming from. It's just really sometimes it's really tough to do shading, but I think overall they both did a really fantastic job getting their different parts of the thing to look really good. And I really like the way Alex did his shading in this one. I noticed this when I was like kind of watching over the time lapses that he sent me. He kind of does like a panel, or almost like you can see the sharp lines in there where he does light to dark, and I think that's a really good idea. And then he goes back in and like kind of blurs them all together, merges them, and it makes for a really smooth lighting transition, and I think it looks really good. I may give that a try a couple times, see how I like it. And then obviously he did the light from the flame, which he kind of did the same way with the shading. And overall it just gives like a really nice 3D effect, and obviously there's the shadows from the feet. It gives a really good effect. But that is the finished product, and I'll have it in a second. But yeah, that looks really good. Okay, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Again, not the best lighting, but I have the finished product over on this side, and oh my goodness, it looks so good. I really love the character design that Whitefur came up with in her sketch. It just looks fantastic. I never would have thought to make it a like half wolf person. I think that's a really good creative choice, and I probably would have just made it full human or just a wolf with like a jacket on or something. I don't know what I would have done, but and then the shading that Alex did was just fantastic. It looks really good, and has a really nice 3D feel to it. And I like the colors that I chose, and I hope they do too. I know it took me quite a while to try and figure out what colors I wanted to pick, which is not the greatest thing to spend time on, but overall I really think that all three of us did a fantastic job, and I was really happy to be able to be a part of this. And yeah, so thank you Whitefur and Alex for letting me be a part of this and letting me post it on my channel, because it means a lot. So yeah, for anyone that is interested in their channels, I will link both of them in the description. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, subscribe if you haven't, subscribe to them. Leave a like on this video if you liked it, a dislike if you didn't, which you better not have not liked it. But that's all for today. Thanks for watching, and peace.